How's it going, everybody? I hope you're doing well. So I have another flock safety camera video for you today. This is a very disturbing story, but we're gonna cover it. This is from back in August 2024 is when this was published, and so a while ago. But it doesn't make it any better because these cameras are everywhere since then. Probably in a town or city near you. Now I'm going to leave a link to a website where you can hopefully determine whether that's the case or not. We'll talk about that in a little bit. It's not 100% foolproof, but I will leave that for you. We'll talk about it. And also, I want to share with you guys a video that I hope you get a chance to watch because it sheds a light on the vulnerabilities, the security concerns surrounding these cameras, and it's pretty serious and disturbing stuff. So we're going to get into that too in just a minute, but let's read from this article for the Wichita Eagle. And the link will be in the description for this as well. A Sedgwick, Kansas police chief used flock safety license plate readers to track his ex-girlfriend and her new boyfriend's vehicles 228 times over 4+ months and used his police vehicle to follow them out of town, according to a city official and a report released this week by an agency that oversees police certifications. Now, first, right off the bat, this is a police chief, okay? Not just, anybody. Now, I don't know if all the police have access, how this works. It's probably different in different departments, but this is the police chief, okay? So this is somebody who, a great deal of trust has been put into this person's position, and, he's abusing it, right? So this is somebody who has access to these cameras, and, he's misusing them. How much of this is going on, we don't know. All right. Lee Nygaard admitted to misusing flock while he was being investigated for an unrelated misconduct case, a Sedgwick official said. He then resigned. This is another thing. I've been looking at these articles and these stories of this misuse in the police, and I am not anti-police by any means, so don't get it twisted. But there's an interesting pattern here. Now, if you or I were to stalk somebody, we'd go to jail. Okay, there'd be an issue with that, right? There'd be a serious issue with that, rightfully so. With the police chief here, he resigned. Okay? Now, we're going to read a little bit further. I'll let you, dig as deep as you want to on this, but we'll just read it a little bit further. The license plate readers alert officers to specific license plates and vehicle types they might be looking for. Police can also use the system to search for vehicles. So this is a searchable database. It's searchable. We've talked about this, okay? This is compiling information on you and on me, whether we commit a crime or not. It's compiling the information that can be searched based on the license plate, based on the car. I don't know the other parameters, whether it's keeping up with actual people or not, but I would not be surprised to find out that that's something that is possible to be implemented in the future, okay? Because these cameras are going up everywhere. We'll talk about that in just a minute as well. Okay. It talks about how many there are. This is outdated. There's way more than this. So this is a flock spokesperson. He says, while it is the job of law enforcement to hold the general population accountable to the laws, ultimately it is the job of our elected and appointed officials to hold the law enforcement agencies accountable to local and state laws and govern the use or misuse of policing technology. Flock spokesperson Holly Beelin said in response to questions. Now, that's kind of an interesting deflection, right? It's like, it's not that our cameras are just, pretty vulnerable and can be misused all the time. It's like, it's the politician's fault, it's the law enforcement's fault, it's everybody else's fault but us. Just buy our product, put the thing out, and, it's up to you guys to figure out whether it's going to be misused or not. Flock said it wasn't formally notified of this incident, but would not say more about that. It's just the second instance of police misusing the cameras that has been publicly reported, and I think this is just in this local area because there's a lot of instances of this. The first also happened in Sedgwick County when a lieutenant in Ketchie used Wichita police flock cameras to stalk his estranged wife. So, this is a thing, guys. And also, this is just the stuff they're finding in these cases, and keep in mind, this is back in 2024. A lot of stuff's happened since then. He was sentenced to 18 months of probation. Okay, so once again, now Nygaard, this is the police chief that we were originally talking about. Nygaard won't face any charges, but he did lose his police certification. Okay, guys, once again, not anti-police, but what is up with this? If I stalk somebody 228 times, I'm going to jail, probably going to prison. I mean, right? If you do it, it's the same thing. The police chief does it, he resigns and he loses his certification. What is going on here? Like, that's an issue, right? Is that not an issue? Let me know in the comments if you think that's an issue. He resigned on October 20th, 2023. So this actually happened in 2023, I guess. And the article only came out until after. See, these things take a while to hit the news. They don't want to talk about these things. So this is another issue, right? He used flock cameras to check for his ex-girlfriend's whereabouts 164 times from June 24th, October 5th, 2023, and her new boyfriend's whereabouts 64 times from August 11th to October 10th, 2023, according to the order from the Kansas Commission on Peace Officer Standard and Training that revoked his license. Nygaard has been with the department since September 2020, just about all that time as the chief. He could not be reached for comment, of course. That's all I'm going to read from this article. Link's going to be in the description. Go ahead and look at it as much as you want. There's stuff about the, whether how he was able to get access to it. And then the city talks about some stuff. So definitely check the article out. Now, I want to say this. The website I was talking about earlier is the DFlock website, DFlock. I will leave a link in the description to that website. I want you to go check it out. Look at your local area, and you can see if people have registered these cameras near you. But with a caveat, it's not 100% foolproof. I checked out multiple locations, multiple municipalities in my area and surrounding, because I travel a lot and I work a lot. I'm driving and things like that, so I'm able to do this. It's not complete, okay? So in other words, one town said that there was 2 cameras that had been reported, and I found up to at least 7 so far in that town, 7 cameras in that town. So they're not all there, but you can find out if there's at least 1 or, whatever. So just because it doesn't say it's there on the DFlock map doesn't mean it's not there. So keep that in mind. Once you start looking at these cameras and looking for them, it's kind of like when you buy a car and you see that car everywhere. It's like that. So you're going to start seeing these things absolutely everywhere. And just keep in mind, they're recording your movements and they're putting it in a searchable database. Now, it's questionable as to whether that gets deleted over time. This leads me to the next, thing, that the video. I want you guys to check out this video. And I'm going to leave a link in the description to that as well. It's a guy named Ben Jordan, okay? And the video is pretty new. It just came out a little while ago. And I want you to check that out. They actually acquired these cameras legally, and they started playing around with them to see what you could do, get in the back door, try to figure out whether they could be hacked and things like that. And they found some disturbing results. I want you to go check their video out, though. Give him all the credit on that, and it's crazy. And then share that video with people that you know, especially if they're in positions of decision making in municipalities or whatever near you. I left a link to it, or in my posts on my channel, but I'll also leave another link to it in the description of this video too. So guys, that's going to be all for the day. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Obviously I'm not in this video, I'm not speculating anything. These are just, I'm reading from the article and I'm sharing you facts that I know. Beyond that, you just got to kind of use your mind, think for yourself, right? Of course, as always, as I encourage on this channel. But I appreciate you being here. Consider subscribing. That would help out. The channel's growing. It's a small channel. And I hope you got something out of this video. Go check out those links, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.